What's going on, guys? Today we're going to talk about this little guy. So in this video we're going to talk about what is this lens good for, who is it for, the pros and cons, plus I'm going to show you some sample images, so stay tuned. First of all, what is this lens good for? I think for street photography this lens is great. Now it's a 28mm. Put it on the crop frame, it's a 42mm equivalent, so it's right in between 35 and 50mm, which are the most popular focal lengths for street photography. And you can put this on the vertical or the horizontal like crop and get some really different images. Another thing why it's so good for that like street photography aspect is the lightweight of it. It's so small, it's so compact, it's so light, you can carry this around for hours and not get tired like whatsoever, so great lens for that. Also another thing for portraits, you know, it's not gonna get those close-up head and shoulder portraits, but it's good for those wider ones where you want some of the background, maybe the entire person in the frame. I'm gonna show you some images I took, even some portraits, and I think they turned out pretty well. So next up we're going to talk a little about the pros and cons of the lens. And the pros being, first of all, the size and things it opens you up to. First of all, you can put this on the gimbal. Even if you don't have like a huge payload in your gimbal, you can put this puppy on because it's so light and you won't have any problems. And the next thing being the autofocus. Again, for video guys, against the Sigma 30mm, that thing has terrible autofocus noise. This thing has none. It's accurate, it's fast in video, in photo mode, and that's just win-win. Another pro for this lens is that it's a full frame lens that works on a crop frame camera. So if you're using the A6500 as I am, you can buy this lens. If you want to, you know, switch it up later, go full frame, buy the A7 series or something. You still have this lens, you can put it on, it works perfectly. Another pro is the f2, so it's a fairly wide aperture. Now it could be a bit wider, you know, f1.8, f1.4, and that would help. And I consider this sort of a pro and a con. It's an f2 and that's good, but it's kind of a con that it's only f2. Going into the cons, I would wish for a bit of a faster lens. It would be better in low light and just get more of that bokeh out. Since it's only f2, you have to be fairly close to your subject to like really blow that background out. And for those, you know, wider shots where you still want it, you're gonna have to have a lot of depth to get that bokeh in the background to really go circular. And another downfall of this lens, it's a bit more expensive than the 30mm Sigma. I think I bought this one for 450 euros, and the Sigma I think is fairly close to being like around 300 bucks, maybe a bit over it, but this thing is still like 100 bucks more expensive, so it's kind of stupid. So yeah, just wanted to make this video about this unspoken lens that I don't think that many guys use, and I don't really see why. It's a good lens. And yeah, I'm gonna leave you with some sample images you can check out, and you can decide for yourself whether you like the look or not, whether you should get this lens or not.